people think they can outsmart me. Maybe. Maybe. I've yet to meet one that can outsmart bully.
Hey, I'm Tiger. I like games, and I play them a little bit, just a smidge. If I look like the homeless man living inside your walls, or Moist Critical's Timu variant, well, maybe one day my beard will grow in and I'll look like a real boy. Risk of Rain 2 is one of a kind. You know that feeling when you love something so much and you just want to gush about it for 20 minutes? That's exactly how I feel about this game. Risk of Rain 2 is an incredible roguelike. As someone with hundreds, even thousands of hours playing roguelikes like The Binding of Isaac Rebirth, Slay the Spire, and Enter the Gungeon, I can vouch for this one. This one is a certified banger. Basically, I just wanted to meat ride this game and be your gateway drug into a crippling Risk of Rain 2 addiction. Look, I love the game so much that I have in the past made mods for this game. So I like it a little bit, just a little bit. So let's talk about it. What makes this game so good compared to others in the genre? I think the co-op experience, items, characters, modding community, and depth make this game infinitely replayable. In Risk of Rain 2, your objective is essentially to survive.
You're the last one. Complete the mission.
You'll get ambushed by lizard squads, crabs, wisps, and anything else that stands in your way as you make your way to the top of the food chain. While most roguelikes are pretty lacking in substantial co-op modes, Risk of Rain 2 says, hold up, this CBT experience is for all the homies to enjoy. You could be a dick and steal everything on the map, or you could be omega efficient with chest spawns and route every stage perfectly if you're the min-maxing type. Regardless of your playstyle preferences, I think most groups can find something to enjoy out of Risk of Rain 2's climb. Of course, if there are tweaks that you want made to the co-op experience, you can usually figure something out with mods, which I'll cover in a minute. You can get items from chests and Gamba shrines from each stage, and these are essentially what allow you to start your ascent towards godhood in each run.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
Some items do things like creating explosions after killing enemies or increasing your damage to nearby enemies, while some others allow you to spawn homing knives on kills or make you a walking firework generator, giving all your attacks an explosion. You can vine boom enemies out of existence, you can build an army of drones, you could get addicted to crack, it's pretty good. You can kill enemies by killing yourself. Oh, and you can become an actual nuke. That's only a couple of items out of the 166 that are currently in the game, and that's not even mentioning most of the lunar items. This tier of items is unique in that lunars can give you pretty crazy benefits while each having their own drawbacks. Shaped glass, for example, gives you double damage. It's pretty simple. In exchange, you lose half of your max health. Look, HP is important, especially since it gives you one-shot protection. However, I'll be damned if I don't take every glass in the shop. There's even other tiers of items like void and boss items, but I'm not going to spoil all the fun. Using each character's 4 skills and obtaining items along the way to roid yourself up, you might be able to escape this planet and even kill a god or two while doing it. That might sound simple enough, but keep in mind, the longer your run goes on, the harder the game gets. Starting at easy, the timer directly increases your difficulty, spawning larger groups of stronger enemies as you get to levels like Insane and I See You. I'm Living in Your Walls would also be a pretty good difficulty step. Basically, every run is a race against time, and it makes the pacing of the run more involved and interesting. Stage 1's pretty easy, but you'll probably get blasted if you stay there for longer than 20 minutes. After reaching certain stages, you can choose to confront the boss of whichever route the game offers you, but you can also keep looping back to stage 1 and get incredibly overpowered before you decide to end your run, as long as you can keep up with the enemies. In that sense, you could keep a run going for as long as you want, at least until the game's frame rate shits the bed. Like many roguelikes, each run can end in countless unique builds, and I rarely feel like my runs are getting too samey. The character selection, though, is where this game's replayability truly shines. Commando is the jack-of-all-trades Giga Chad that's just an infinite proc chain generator. Huntress is squishy as fuck, but damn, her damage snowballs, and her mobility makes it really hard to get hit. Bandit just feels amazing to play, since you can one-tap hordes of enemies with their special, or even one-tap bosses with the alt special. Multi either plays TF2 heavy or shoots rebar into skulls, and Engineer just plays TF2 Engineer. There's more, and I'm sure you'll enjoy many of them, but some of my favorite survivors are Loader, who's just one-punch woman and uses high-speed grapple hooks to increase her punch damage, and Railgunner is a sniper that does a moderate amount of damage on headshots. Most characters have an alternate set of skills, so you can customize your base playstyle and build before going into a run. There are additional modifiers called artifacts that can also change your runs drastically, and I think many of them are interesting to do runs with. If you want to feel overpowered, because I get it, Artifact of Command just lets you choose which item you get from your chests. There's quite a few to unlock, and I think most of them are worth trying every now and then. You think you're strong, huh? Prove it. Win a Goku mirror match. You can enable the Artifact of Vengeance to fight your own doppelganger every 10 minutes and see if you can 1v1 yourself and win. The mods for Risk of Rain 2 are incredible. I always appreciate the modding communities for my favorite games, especially when I reach the point where I can kind of say that I've seen pretty much everything that I've wanted to see from the game. Mods can expand on the gameplay that you love and give it a new coat of paint, never really letting the game truly stagnate. Hear me out. The Goku and Vegeta mods sound goofy as hell, but they are extremely fun. Yeah, they're a little powerful. Saiyans are canonically built different, but I've adjusted the config in my mod pack to make the Saiyans a little more balanced, in my opinion, and once you get past the initial learning curve, I'm not kidding, they're probably my favorite modded survivors. King Grinyov's Saiyan mods... Sorry, the Japanese in me came out for a second there. King Grinyov's Saiyan mods have their own leveling and key systems, and you can unlock transformations and new abilities as you progress. Goku can instant transmission and use Kaioken techniques to move around quickly, and Vegeta can borrow some Majin strength and grow stronger. These mods are incredible, and I sincerely hope we get more from this mod dev in the future. I like these mods so much that I even made a little text edit mod specifically for them. Other Survivor mods like Paladin, Enforcer, Ravager, Mist, and Rocket are also extremely fun and polished survivors, and I highly recommend you check those out as well. Those are just character mods, and I haven't really talked about the items and game overhaul mods yet. Starstorm 2 is a bit of an overhaul in its own tier, kinda like Calamity for Terraria. It adds new items, new events, new alternate versions of base game survivors, and even adds its own difficulty mode, Typhoon, which is even harder than Monsoon. If you don't like certain aspects of the base game, mods can help. You want the ability to revive your friends instead of having them watch you loot the map for 10 minutes? Teammate Revival has you covered. You want to share your items with your friends? Shared Suite. Done. Have you ever wished that you could upgrade your abilities during a run, kind of like the Aghanim Scepter in Dota? Standalone Ancient Scepter. With the sheer number of items, varied playstyles of each survivor, mods, co-op, this game will keep you entertained for a long time. I have spent hundreds of hours playing lobbies with my friends, and every run is a good time whether we win or die. And this is where my video was originally supposed to end. And then I started playing Eclipse. If you're not familiar, Eclipse is basically this game's challenge mode, kinda like Slay the Spire's Ascension system. Each character starts at Eclipse level 1, which is basically just Monsoon difficulty, the standard hard mode, with an extra modifier that removes half of your HP every stage. These modifiers get harder and harder as you climb up to Eclipse 8, where you start taking permanent damage. I'm the type of psycho that tries to play Elden Ring Rune level 1 every now and then, so yeah, this is kinda right up my alley. I'm only just about halfway through the climb right now, but I can say that even getting to that point has completely changed the way I play the game. I think it'd be somewhat disingenuous to just gas up the game and not bring up some of its current issues. So let's talk about some sticking points for people. When the recent DLC, Seekers of the Storm, released, the patch introduced many game-breaking bugs and issues for everyone. The PC players quickly noticed that almost everything in the game was tied to the frame rate, which is a massive issue. My friend and I realized we were experiencing about double or triple of the usual difficulty because of it, and a newly introduced bug that doubled the spawn rates of elite monsters. Console players, already worn and bruised from years of abuse from Risk of Rain 2, couldn't even play the damn game at launch. Their controllers literally could not select the buttons on the fucking menu. Not only that, there was a bug going around where if a second player plugged in their controller, their save data would be erased. Obviously, these things are problematic, and I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't being a doomer at the time. Even without the massive bugs introduced, I stand by my opinion that the DLC was a letdown on most fronts. Excluding the amazing music produced by Chris Christodoulou, I think that's right, and the beautiful stages designed by Gearbox, the new items and characters were kind of disappointing. Except for maybe 2 or 3 items, all the new loot added to the pool was pretty dookie ass. Like, knockback fin, are you fucking serious? Yeah, I'll knock that shit right back into the scrapper. Get the fuck out of here, dude. The False Sun is the only new DLC survivor that I can say that I enjoy, though that's subjective as well. I think a lot of other people had similar sentiments because Gearbox noticed and made a roadmap for a DLC that's already out. I'm not going to professionally play defense for Gearbox or any gaming company like Blizzard fans might. However, I think this is a good call. If done properly, they'll basically address every issue I had with the DLC, and the resulting product should be pretty cool. They should have just released a complete expansion at a later date, but I have a feeling things were rushed a little. Most bugs introduced from the patch have been fixed already, and honestly, I'm excited for the future. Even with everything happening, I started my Eclipse climb about a month ago, and I've been having more fun than ever, playing the game vanilla. Even in arguably the worst state that's ever been in, the game is just a fantastic package. I can't really glaze it enough. I haven't bothered to get all the achievements, I never do that. That's right, I got the dogshit Mercenary Daily Challenge done for his alternate special, and I didn't even cheese it, I just raw dogged it. There's too many things that I love about Risk of Rain 2 and its community that I can't really fit it all in one video. It absolutely deserves a chance, and I truly think anyone can find something to enjoy in this game. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. It would help me out a lot since I'm basically just getting started on YouTube. So, yeah. Or Send me a $5 Fortnite card. I don't know. Fucking whatever works for you, dude. Alright. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. If me getting pummeled to death by a million elderly Lemurians and boy-touched brass bells sounds like a good time, check my streams out on both Twitch and YouTube, and join our Discord where I announce everything and shitpost. TikTok too if you're interested in Artificer or accurate ear-licking ASMR. So yeah, that's about it. See ya.